This is Sybert signing into Kane's Wrath on the map Tournament Decision. And in the north, playing the purple, playing the GDI. This is Masterleaf. Meanwhile, in the south, mixing it up with the Marked of Kane. This is AssassinSpy. AssassinSpy playing Marked of Kane, but Masterleaf just going with the straight up GDI. Not what I was expecting from a Masterleaf game. Was expecting to see him somewhere in the Scrin territory or playing something like Marked of Kane himself. Masterleaf is okay. He's going either fast airfield or those engineers are going to have a long ways to walk. We'll see. He could. Okay, yeah, it's airfield, and then there should be aux transports. Usually the play with this is you grab your opponent's tib spikes, and this is the no poker variant of Tournament Decision. He's calling in the Bloodhounds as well. So I think he's going to skip the EMP and the defensive towers. He's instead going to go for those Tiberium spikes. So this is going to be a 4 tib spike opener. And for now, the airfield is still around. So Masterleaf with a bit of an unusual start here. And that is the trademark Masterleaf style. If you want to go for something normal like GDI instead of something a little bit goofy, you gotta go for a fast airfield. You gotta go for a 4 tib spike opening. And that means the economy for the first minute or two should have been in AssassinSpy's favor, and maybe even for the next couple of minutes. And then eventually Masterleaf will even out, and I think those 4 tib spikes will be a big benefit for him. Couple of Scorpions, low health, and he goes down. Keeps all 4 of the Bloodhounds alive. Of course, that APC is low on health, but he kills a Scorpion as well. So AssassinSpy with a bit of a bad start here, and he's actually gonna airlift. Oh, the APC goes down. He's gonna airlift those APCs out of here to try and get a little bit of extra value, and he was going to be able to potentially return them home from the sky. Rocket squads inside of the APC. He gets another kill on a Scorpion. Can he trade out versus... Okay, no, the buggy will win that fight. Unfortunately, the aux transport doesn't have a lot of health, and when you don't have MRTs with their repair drones, you just can't keep those flying APCs alive for very long. So the build was good, the setup was good, but now that he's kept this airfield around for so long, that he went for the loading of those APCs into the aux transports, and he lost both of these APCs. It's no longer as good of a play here for Masterleaf. Both engineers are heading up the hill, so this will delay the recapturing of that second tib spike by a few additional seconds. And I think the engineer will survive his travel through that field. Scorpion tanks doing a little bit of damage to this harvester on the north side of the map. Masterleaf has fully thrown a wrench into the works of whatever AssassinSpy was hoping to do. 1 Predator tank, 1 Hammerhead are a pretty powerful force to shut down a couple of Scorpions, but the follow-up of 4 bikes and a buggy are difficult to deal with. 1 harvester down, plus that Predator tank from earlier, and now the Hammerhead gets smashed as well. More bikes coming in. AssassinSpy original plan may have had something thrown off about it, but he is striking back hard and fast against Masterleaf. Another dead harvester. No, the bike goes down. Both of the bikes die before the harvester does. So the unit trades end up favoring Masterleaf in the second half of that fight. Undoubtedly, AssassinSpy got the better end of the trade at the beginning, but at the end, it was Masterleaf who got the better side of things. And I don't know where that engineer ended up being sent, because he has not recaptured that tib spike, which means Masterleaf either sniped the engineer or there's been even more trading hands of those tib spikes. But at any rate, Masterleaf He held 3 tib spikes, and now 1 has gone down, so he does just hold 2 tib spikes versus the 1 of AssassinSpy. Both players mixing things up a bit, and this engineer desperately wants to avoid getting shot up by that raider buggy. He's looking for an opening. He's looking for a spot to go. There's another engineer. So yeah, I think this tib spike has caused more problems for AssassinSpy than he originally wanted. Bikes managed to kill that hammerhead, so that's another good strike for AssassinSpy. Every hammerhead that you kill off is nice. Aux transport drops off the engineer, but the engineer gets sniped before the defensive tower can be taken. And of course, if you're unfamiliar with Tournament Decision, well, this is a map where the starting field can survive, or can supply Tiberium to 3 refineries, and which is why you see these elongated 1-base plays on this map. Double engineer, at least triple engineer actually, headed up to the high ground, so that could be 2 defensive towers and an EMP center for AssassinSpy. It'll give him great value in being able to hold the middle of the map with these 2 defensive towers. And of course the EMP, it takes a while for it to cool down, but once it does, it will give him that key engagement tool. APC is going to be going down. Shatterer is here as well. Those sonic weapons are powerful against the low health bikes, and I'm not even sure who got the better end of that exchange. APCs show up, they've got AP ammo, but that defensive tower gets captured just in time, and the riflemen aren't gunning down that engineer who walks through the midst of all these GDI forces, only to get triple blasted by sonics and grenades, blasting him from every way. Probably an Orca strike coming in here for Masterleaf. It is going to be a 1-2 punch. AssassinSpy has sent the MCV over to the right. He is gone for that expansion, and the Scorpions basically drive their way into that Orca strike as Masterleaf is posturing. Both MCVs have headed for the expansion, but one has a lot of bikes to contend with, and Masterleaf is still posturing at the front door of AssassinSpy, but this is going to be one dead MCV. Laser fence or no, that MCV goes down, and the rocket squads aren't long to follow it. Harvester does get revealed there. Nice to have stealth, but that Harvester didn't actually take very much damage, so now he's just going to be going for the crush. He's going to be able to get a couple of these rocket squads here, earning value as a warrior, not just a Harvester, not just an economic force, but AssassinSpy just crushes this attack from Masterleaf. Masterleaf with a fun opener, but now falling flat on his face, unfortunately. He has not the follow-up for the mid-game. MCV has been rebuilt, and Masterleaf, well, his main base is pretty much dried up, but AssassinSpy's natural expansion isn't looking too hot either. So, all things considered, Masterleaf has perhaps one last chance to turn this game around, and he needs to start by knocking down more of this army. There is some decoy units in this army, and that was a massive shot from that Shatterer, managing to line up on 2 or 3 of those bikes. And yeah, that decoy army is a tricky thing to deal with. Fortunately, it does mostly get cleaned up there, and AssassinSpy's actual unit count is revealed to be a bit lower. Their army value is close enough that it could turn on its head at any moment. First refinery's down at the expansion. Oh, actually, no, Masterleaf doesn't quite have his up just yet, and the tib spike does get eliminated. So now it's 2 tib spikes left on the map, and they are both left of the middle of the map as the tib troopers will clear out this bottom right-hand corner. Masterleaf going to evac those buildings. He doesn't want to have the units get actually cleaned up. Defensive tower ended up going down. Masterleaf moving through the middle of the map. Will be losing a couple of rocket troopers as AssassinSpy finds the perfect unit to slow down and counter those attacking units, can clean up all of the rocket squads, and those shatters just take a while to kill off those toxin troopers. Predator tank, he moves slow, but he still gets the job done as he rolls over those toxin troopers, and it's in the back door that the entire bike buggy army goes. They'll be able to smash open some of those defenses of Masterleaf. They manage to find a bit of damage. Hammerhead and a Predator tank, they get something done at the natural expansion of AssassinSpy, but it's just not enough. And meanwhile, the Shatterers and the rocket squads trying to find an angle into the main base, and they just won't find it. Masterleaf sells off his entire main base, and he is now corralled into his natural, and he is going to have to make this work. Both players down to just that one base of economy, hiding out on their natural expansion, and AssassinSpy just can't keep an army together on the front line. Masterleaf keeps diverting AssassinSpy's forces, some to defend the main base, some to defend the natural, and AssassinSpy has a third army in the old main base of Masterleaf, but it's soon getting shot up by these watchtowers at the back door of the expansion. Masterleaf has mostly been cleaned up everywhere on the map. His army is greatly diminished, and the fun opener has not yielded a fun end game for Masterleaf. AssassinSpy poised and ready to go into the late game. He just needs cash. Both players without really any cash to speak of. They've got a little bit of income still coming in basically from the end of their natural expansions, but their economy has been dwindling after the big bump up on that one base at the beginning. They've both been slowing down quite a bit, but AssassinSpy with those 2 Tib spikes manages to get a 7k lead in total resources gathered over Masterleaf, and he uses it to purchase supercharged particle beams. Masterleaf, did he actually get... No, he never rebuilt his tech as he expanded into the corner, and he's got all of those harvesters unloading that Tiberium. He hasn't actually re-teched, so it's just Predator tanks onto the front line, which they can deal with these Shredder turrets, but Shredder turrets are cheaper than Predator tanks. So as long as they buy enough time, then AssassinSpy will be happy with that, so he can reposition his army and move in to defend. Where is his army? He should have units somewhere on this map. That's mostly harvesters moving through the middle. He's up to tier 3. He's got 2 avatars and a handful of scorpion tanks. Masterleaf, he's playing vanilla GDI, but this late in the game in terms of the time with no railguns, you would think that he's playing Zocom with how this game has worked out. These are harvesters onto the front line here to absorb damage. A couple of rocket troopers, and it's just a wall of Predator tanks. Avatars with dual beams gonna be burning them down. The Scorpions fall quickly against the firepower of the Preds, and the rockets manage to land their shots, but they're shooting up a SAM site that doesn't have anything to target. One avatar down, the dual beams not enough. The stealth field comes in, and the reverse move from the Predator tanks. Masterleaf overcomes the Scorpion tank avatar army, and he smashes open the front door. AssassinSpy's bike buggy has just been eliminated from the match and hasn't been rebuilt. There were no reinforcements that came to the front line for the fight. It was just the Scorps. It was just the avatars. There really wasn't any army at all. And AssassinSpy sends in his secret agent, the stealthy avatar, but it's just not enough as the Predator tanks push on forward, and they manage to find the Spectres. There's the bike buggy showing up way too little, way too late, as the Predator tanks have already ravaged the front line. Masterleaf doesn't have a lot of income coming in after this, but he's got a dual beam avatar, and he's got plenty of Predator tanks who have survived the fight. It is now up to AssassinSpy to delay this game, pumping out rocket troopers as Masterleaf brings more harvesters to the front line, absorb damage or go for the crush. The choice is yours as Masterleaf pushes on forward. AssassinSpy has to crush this whole tank line and the Avatar behind it. The Shredder turrets being deployed one by one, but the Harvesters are here to play. They're the heroes of the day. They power the army, and now they defend it. Right onto the front line go the GDI Harvesters, gunning their way to victory as AssassinSpy's front door crumbles and cracks open. Bikes get eliminated. More bikes. It weren't enough. He was not able to keep those bikes alive, and now AssassinSpy truly has almost nothing left. Oh, he had EMP. He never sold off hardly any buildings to get himself EMP to slow down that army. Scorpion tanks are out in decent numbers. No reinforcements have come through for Masterleaf. This Avatar is low on health. There's an EMP, absolutely critical here as that Avatar steps a little bit too far forward and he gets blasted by these Scorpions. No repairs and no engineer. Masterleaf moves too close to the danger zone and he's forced to kill off that Avatar. The MCV down, the economy destroyed, but AssassinSpy has kept 2 Harvesters alive and he managed to get out a hand of nod. 3 Harvesters at least. Okay, there's 7 Harvesters on both sides. But Masterleaf is the one who's kept his MCV around. Double refinery. Buggy sneaking around the top. Masterleaf can't throw his army away. He over-pushed into those Scorpion War Factory forces of AssassinSpy, and he lost his Avatar. He should have had the Harvesters or the Predator tanks to tank the damage for that Avatar to blast away with the dual beams. It's going to be up to the second round. It feels like Masterleaf has enough forces here with the Predator tanks and the Harvesters with the MCV coming as well, but you never know. If he bleeds out too many Preds on the early part of this fight, he could lose them to the Scorpions and the Rockets. Harvesters on the front line, 6 Harvesters for Masterleaf. 5 of them are here, but a rig packed along as well. That's what the command post was for. He rebuilt it just to get out a rig, and now Foxholes onto the front line as well. It's a slower move forward. This is what Masterleaf should have done the first time. The repair drones will be necessary for both sides to survive. The War Factory providing repairs to the Scorpion tanks, and a good retreat move there by AssassinSpy. But what is his actual plan to be able to take the next stage of this game? It's up to the bike buggy backstab coming through to get the Harvs, to get the refineries, as Masterleaf is forced into the waiting arms of AssassinSpy. The second War Factory is here. The EMP lands. More Awakened squads onto the front line as the Scorpions are tanking it or dealing with those Harvesters. 1 down, another low on health as the back line gets pushed further and further forward. AssassinSpy hasn't been dealt with. The bike buggy targeting the War Factory, and the MCV is now going to be forced to reposition once again. Masterleaf pushing forward, but he's waited so long to push in that the Scorpion tanks are actually in good numbers. AssassinSpy with the backstab on the back door has knocked down the War Factory and the command post. MCV onto the front line. EMP catches it. He's going to take a couple of shots with that MCV, but the free repairs from the rig are actually clutch as the MCV deploys. Immediately EMP'd. Scorpion tanks re-engaging. The Harvester numbers dwindling down to just 1 for Masterleaf. It's all about the trades and the repairs. Rifleman now moving to the front line. First Watchtower deploys in minutes upon minutes in this game. The Scorpion tanks now have a new threat to deal with. The margins are so slim slim in this fight that either one of them could take it, as the bike buggy comes in for the backdoor attack once again, and the Predator tanks push forward, but have they gone too far? The EMP once again lands. That's 4 Predator tanks caught all at once, but it's only 2 Scorpions firing. A heroic bike shows up, but is it too late? Harvester takes 1 shot, Predator tank down for another. The rig moves forward. The rig, the critical step here for Masterleaf that was missing from that first wave of the attack. EMP lands. Barracks has fallen. Watchtower redeploys. Heroic bike comes in. Heroic Predator tank. Heroics on both sides as the Predator turns its guns, looking for that last shot at max range. Doesn't get it. Pred turns around. Barracks down. War Factory still standing. Harvesters gone for Masterleaf, but still here for AssassinSpy, going to be tanking up, and Masterleaf has done it. He's clutched it out in the last couple of seconds here. Unless there's a Scorpion tank that is hiding, that one bike can't win the fight. War Factory being targeted, the power plant after that. The last structure of AssassinSpy will fall as the hero bike gets knocked down by the hero Predator tank, and the GG gets called. Masterleaf coming through clutch in the last moments. AssassinSpy flipping it all on its head in the middle, but not quite able to clinch it. I thought AssassinSpy with that backdoor attack had finally found enough units, but it just wasn't enough, and he came so close to clinching it, but Masterleaf gets it in the end. Thank you all very much for watching. Huge thanks to the patrons for supporting the channel, and this is Sybert signing out.